first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Mayfield. Steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Set 60 or. I got you, pop.
A quick throw taken in by Diggs. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this is incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Back to throw here. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their
way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way. That's what all the guys are looking for.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Throwing, Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now again, right side, Hilliard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. The previous play went to the offense with a nice run, but that last play we just saw certainly went to the defense.
So you're keeping a little bit of a ledger there, aren't you?
Tally.
You know, somebody wins, someone loses. But you get this sense offensively, they're continuing to probe around, trying to find the runs that are going to work, and then they'll go to them consistently.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 14. From the red zone now, Mayfield. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku. And it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Come, baby. Come, baby.
Mayfield looks to throw. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside and break it inside. Really.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 7 on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Browns drive about to get started. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminated touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 36 yards on the play. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Mayfield on play action. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Gold able to tack on the extra point. 7-7, our score after one. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Now this is Callaway on the receiving end. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half, now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 31-yard line.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, down at the 31. Mayfield to throw it. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
10 yards on the pickup.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
I got you. I got you.
On 2nd down now, Hilliard. Open space inside the 10. 15 yards on the play, first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Monday, 180. 54. Hey, they scared. One touch.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. And defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising, but they wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter, shiftier defensive backs allow you that opportunity.
They'll try to run with Hunt, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Kareem Hunt with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Browns have taken the lead. Seibert on for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
14, 49ers 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Mayfield on first down. He's going deep for Brown. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Browns 21, 49ers 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
We all know that Myles Garrett was drafted #1 in the NFL for his ability to get to the quarterback. That's his stock in trade. But the underrated part of his game, plays well against the run, knows how to hold the point of attack.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Mayfield now. Nifty move. And he is going to lose yardage here. That second down play nets a -4.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Here's Mayfield. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Well, the screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your... at the half and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second, but there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
Hey, alert 33. Check 50.
Following the interception, Mayfield got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Mayfield now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. That's taken in by Callaway. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Kareem Hunt on his to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Cybert on for the PAT. And the lead is now 24.
Next to score, Browns 31, 49ers 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock down and go to the locker room.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down.
It's fourth down.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Anxious moments there on the fake, but they do get just enough to pick up the first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On first down, here's Breida. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Matt Breida out of Georgia Southern now in his 3rd year in a 49er uniform. He was tough to keep off the field last year. Very good yards per carry. 5.3 on 153 attempts. Good for over 800 yards rushing. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Mullins now. 3 out of 5 since taking over as he's given his guys a first down. On play action, they'll throw. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. That one goes for 24 yards.
Such a valuable commodity to have a tight end who can run and get open. How about what he just did there? Worked his way from right to left across the field and found his way free.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll look to throw here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Hayden Hurst, former first-round pick, the intended target. But it'll be second and goal. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Steps away. He's going to take off with it. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. Gotta figure this is one they need here on third and goal. On third down, a run from Breida. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
An 18-yard attempt.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1 in the 2018 season.
This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. They run with Hunt, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he stopped immediately there. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tartt. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again second and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, right there.
Mayfield off the play fake. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, Disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. Hunt. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now on 2nd and 13, Mayfield. And Callaway taking it in left side. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Well, I'm sure he likes this performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the fourth quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see, and other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Mayfield looks to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis. But now it'll be 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. But he will not make the first down marker, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, We usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, they look like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big start. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. From 17 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing, too.
No, she's singing. She's
on, like, the 5th tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he fires one incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. 2nd and 10. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And the pressure gets to him again. Myles Garrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. That's taken on the 25. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense, they've got it set up on the silver platter. 1st and goal inside the 10. A very short field to work with now. 1st and goal after the great punt return. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Pretty solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in.
Partner, we've been lucky enough over the years to watch Richard Sherman work out in practice, training camps, and I always come back to one thing, the intelligence in which he plays his position. Because he knows what he wants to get done and what offenses can do to him, he takes very few false steps and is almost always in great position to knock the ball away, as we just saw there.
They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? No, I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's going. She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more.
52, 49ers 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, they had held him pretty well in check, but if you recall back in the first quarter, you said they needed to avoid the big play. He finally gets loose.
And the thing about it, it doesn't have to be a bunch of big plays. Sometimes one big play can be enough. That's why it's tough to deal with a guy like that.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
They'll run again with Hunt. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
Double tight. We got 4.
They run again with Hunt. He will push his way down to about the 14. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Touchdown, Cleveland.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score Browns 59, 49ers 10.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week? And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. And yes, folks, that is his 5th interception, a new NFL record.
And that's absolutely phenomenal. I just have to flat out applaud him. What a great effort in this game. But let's face it, when you look back at the numbers of guys who had 4 in the past, you'll find the names of some of the greats and some guys who just had a fantastic game.
And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. Now Gold for the extra point. And all he takes off with it, it's a fake. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations,
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Arizona Cardinals. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They go play action here on first down. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And some room to run now. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play gets them across midfield now for first and 10. They'll run with a second-year man from ASU, Kalen Ballage. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Eddie Pleasant in on the stop. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Out of the gun, Stafford. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a fourth down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? A long one, and he can't connect. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. The second down run for Abdullah. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Throwing on third down, Watson, flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
On to try the field goal now, Phil Dawson. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot, Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
The Cardinals take over first and 10.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay. Do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Yeah, get a little closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Middle.
To throw is Stafford. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Middle.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Under 10.
Here's the second-year man from San Diego State, Rashad Penny. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
And middle.
Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Hey, give me radar.
Another try after the first down sack. Stafford, that's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
16 yards on the play.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
And it should be the final play before the quarter ends.
And we got to get to the ball. 11. Let's keep moving. Hey, alert 3.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Here's 3. Cardinals nothing.
Lady, big 20. Double time.
They keep it with Penny on first down. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Kevin Byard up to make the tackle. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really They've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Middle.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
250.
From the red zone now, Stafford. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Check. Walk to the 21.
Now Rashad Penny. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
Bang. Check. Fresno. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Rashad Penny, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cardinals have... Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. The 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Mike 52.
On 1st down, Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play. And maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
On second down, here's Penny. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now it's Stafford. Got his target, Samuel. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Stafford. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, the 40, 20, 10, 5. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Dawson tacks on the point after, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this run.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. A Cardinal 1st down on a gain of 13. Stafford now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. Stafford now to throw. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
From the 50, it's Stafford. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. A gain there of 21 yards.
It's a gain of 21 yards.
Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you got to defend it the same way you would defend the 1st down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers. And on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They need to make it.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will bring the deficit back down to 3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jared Davis gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now Watson. He's got Green. He's at the 50. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big play there for Carolina. 43 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Watson. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. On 1st and 10, Watson. This one complete to Smallwood. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first. And
he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Wendell Smallwood, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Dawson able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And their halftime hold now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half. So
after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Stafford. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 33 yards that time. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. Now on 2nd and 13, Stafford. Now a short one to Gesicki, and he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Whitney Merciless barreling in for the sack. Here's Jamie Gillen now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 6.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson, this one complete to Smallwood. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run Smallwood. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Escapes the defender. And he's into the clear. Touchdown, Carolina. Wendell Smallwood. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Penny, the 1st down carry. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 49-yard line.
You ready?
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
32.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he finds Stills, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 43.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a 1st.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Let's go.
They go back to the ground now with Penny. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
That's good for a Cardinals first down. First and 10 at the 30.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, here's Stafford. Leaves it for Penny. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. Stafford now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. From the gun, a give to Penny. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On second down and 4, Stafford. That's caught by Penny. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one a first down pickup of 8. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Brings up second and goal at the 5-yard line.
Second and goal, and Penny standing by himself in the backfield. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down to.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kenny Stills, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. From the 50, it's Watson. Dumps off to Powell. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a second down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Watson now to throw. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 26.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. This quick pass complete to Sutton. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Throwing on third down, Watson. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. They'll try to run with Edmonds. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Chase Edmonds, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Got to be feeling confident they're going to get off the schneid. An old coach told me he calls this a relief win. If 0-3 would have been bad, you get to 1-2, you feel a lot better, don't you?
That is so true, and you feel better about yourself. You think to yourself, okay, we're still in the playoff hunt. We're not out of it at 0-3. But the other part, too, it leads to doubt about your system, leads to doubt about your coaches. They don't have to worry about that now. They can move forward.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Waiting. Mark 54.
Play action. Stafford. Got a man, Slayton. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Back to throw. Stafford. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Right there. 54 Mike.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford, that's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 16.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
From the red zone now, Stafford. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Stafford. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kenny Stills with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Let's go. We're set. UAT. And PS4. Hey, let's go.
A run with Smallwood. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, first down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back, but 8 yards up.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.